Hello everyone, welcome to another SOLIDWORKS part design tutorial for beginners. In this video I am going to model this chair tip using basic SOLIDWORKS command. Let's get started and stay tuned. To start off, open up new part file, click on new and select part template and click OK. Let's begin the sketch on top plane to create this base extrusion. Select top plate and from context toolbar select sketch. Now we are in the sketch mode. Expand rectangle tool and select center rectangle. Draw the sketch starting from origin. Dimension the sketch 20 by 20. Select dimension and vertical 20 millimeter and horizontal 20 millimeter and click OK. Now select feature tab, click on Extruded Boss command. The extrusion is 3 mm and enter the value 3 mm and press tab key. You can leave the other option as is, the direction 1 blind, and click OK. Now select the top surface and again click on sketch command from context toolbar. Press Ctrl 8 to have sketch plane parallel to computer screen. Again select center rectangle, draw the sketch. Add dimension horizontal 15 mm and vertical 15 mm. Enter 15 and vertical enter 15. Now again click on feature tab, select Extruded Boss command. Over here the height of the extrusion is 12 mm, enter 12 mm and make sure this merge result option is unselected. We need to have two bodies, separate bodies to perform next operation. So press Ctrl 7 and preview looks good and click OK. Now we are going to create this cutout using shelf command. Since we did not merge these two bodies together, you can see there are two solid bodies created. Now go ahead and click on shell command. Shell property manager is presented. Under this selection box, faces to remove, select the top surface. Now click on show preview and the thickness value, enter the thickness value 2 mm. You can see the preview looks good. You can select this option if you want shell to be outside, but we need it is inside, and all the parameters are selected. Preview looks good and click OK. Now we can use combine command to merge these two solid body together. Click on insert and select features and click on combine. Operation type add, under bodies to combine, select top body and bottom body. Show preview, preview looks OK, click OK. Now we have one single body. The next feature is the rib feature. This rib is used to secure the chair tip firmly to the leg. This is not the rib feature that we are discussing in SOLIDWORKS. So I'm not going to use, these are not the same, and I'm not going to use the rib command, and to create this rib feature I will use Extruded Boss command. Let's begin the sketch. Select front plane and select sketch from context toolbar. Press Ctrl 8 to have sketch plane parallel to computer screen, and select line tool and draw a 4-segment profile which is approximately similar to the shape of the ribs. You can see the details of the rib from this detailed view. So I will start from here and I will draw 4-segment profile like this, and exit the command, and now let's add dimensions and relations. These two are parallel to each other. Select this line and press Ctrl and select this line. Then from this property manager select parallel and click OK. Now let's add the other dimensions. The dimension to this point from top is 0.5 millimeter. 0.5 millimeter, and dimension from this point to this edge is 1 millimeter, and dimension from this point to this point, oops, I will drag this line a little bit down, and let's add dimension 0.75 millimeter from this point to this point. Select this point and select this point, enter 0.075 millimeter, and this line is 1.83 millimeter. 1.83, press enter, and sketch is fully defined. Now exit dimensions, go to features, select Extruded Boss command, press Ctrl 7, click here and press Ctrl 7 to have isometric view, and under direction 1 end condition change to mid plane, and overall extrusion length 12 millimeters. We can keep this option selected, merge results. Don't worry about the other options and click OK. Here we go. Now let's add the fillet feature to the rib, which is 0.2 millimeter fillet radius. There are 8 fillet per ribs. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8. Press Ctrl 7. It is always, as I mentioned in my previous tutorials, it is always good practice to leave fillet and chamfers towards the end of the design. But in this particular case, we need to add fillet command, fillet feature to the rib, so that we can use it, add it to the next operation. We are going to create the other instances using pattern feature. In order to create other instances, we need to have completed rib including all the fillets. So we need to add fillets to these ribs. Go ahead and click on fillet command under feature tab, and here we have got 2 options. We are not going to discuss about fillet expert today, so use this option, and the fillet type is constant size fillet. And under item to select, we are going to select these 8 edges and make sure this show selection toolbar is checked so that we can quickly select set of entities together. We don't need this tangent propagation for this option and for this particular rib, and make sure this full preview is, we can have full preview. And fillet parameters, keep it symmetric and enter the value 0.2 millimeter. Press tab key. We don't use multi-radius and profile is circular. You can leave other option as is. Now let's select edges under this item to select. When we select, click on one edge, the pop-up toolbar would appear, which help you to select set of edges at the same time quickly. This toolbar would appear when you have this option selected, show selection toolbar. Click on one edge, then you can see the selection toolbar appears. So hover your mouse over each icon, then when you get the highlighted edges as per your needs, click on that icon. So this is what we need. Total internal to feature 7 edges, including the selected one, total 8 edges. You can see the preview and click on this icon. All the 8 edges are selected and preview looks good. Click OK. Press Ctrl 7. Now we are going to use linear pattern command to create other 2 instances on this same surface. Go ahead and click on linear pattern command under feature tab, and linear pattern command manager, property manager is presented. Since we had selected these features, they are already selected under feature and faces. Look at this property manager. We have to select the direction. I will select this vertical edge, and you can see the preview since the fillets are already selected. I will reverse the direction, and here is the spacing. I will change the spacing to 4 mm. Between the 2 ribs it is 4 mm. And next, number of instances I will change to 3. We don't have direction 2, leave it empty. And under feature and faces, here we can select faces to pattern, here we can select features to pattern, and also you can select bodies to pattern. In this case we don't have any bodies to pattern, so we are going to use this option, features to pattern. The fillet is already selected. I'm going to select the last extrude command of the rib, last extrude feature. Now preview looks good and spacing 4 mm, 3 instances. You can leave other option as is. You can have this full preview and click OK. Here we go. Now the last command. We are going to use circular pattern command to create other all instances. Go ahead, expand this linear pattern command and select circular pattern. Before that, we need to do one more thing. We need to create an axis, pattern axis. I'm going to use reference geometry command. Expand reference geometry, select axis. Under selection, select front plane and select right plane. Axis is created at the intersection, which is the origin of the part. That is what we need, and click OK. Now we have created axis for evolution, and go to linear pattern and select circular pattern. Under direction 1, pattern axis, select the axis that you just created. Keep equal spacing, angle keep 360 degrees, instance as 4. We do not have second direction. Under feature and faces, select last extrude of that rib and the fillet feature, and select fillet feature and select linear pattern feature. You can see the preview, and also make sure for this operation geometry pattern is checked. If it is not, click on this, see what will happen. Click on this, you can see rebuild error. Usually this happen when we try to pattern fillet feature. So if this happen, always use geometry pattern option. It will give you the same results. So now every option is selected and click OK. Here we go. Right click on axis and hide the axis. Now the last operation, which is the other fillets. We will have 8 edges, 8 internal fillets and 16 external fillets. Both are 1 mm radius. So let's go ahead and click on fillet command. Use fillet type as constant size. Let's use this show selection toolbar option so that we can select set of edges at the same time. Fillet parameters, keep it symmetric and change the radius to 1 mm. Press tab key. And now let's start selecting edges. Click on this particular edge and use selection toolbar to select all the edges at the same time. So when you hover your mouse over this icon, you can see 8 edges are highlighted. So click on that icon. So 8 edges are selected. Those are internal edges. Now there are 16 external edges. So let's try to add them to the same selection box. Click on this particular edge and try to hover your mouse over each icon. See if you can highlight all the edges at the same time. Now I will use this option first to select 8 more edges. Total 16 edges are selected. Now we need to select these 4 edges and these 4 edges. I will directly select this plane. All the edges are selected. Preview looks good. Options are selected accordingly. Click OK. Press Ctrl 7. Now we have completed the part. The last few steps are remaining. Let's add the material. Right click on material, go to edit material. Under plastic, I will use polyethylene. Click apply, close. Polyethylene is applied. Now let's add appearance. Most common appearance of chair tip is black color, so I will apply this color. Go to appearance, click on appearance tab on task pane and expand plastic, and I will go to textured and I will select one of this color. Double click on the color, it is applied. And now press Ctrl 7 and save the part and click OK. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like the video. Subscribe this channel to receive similar videos. Thank you for watching.